It's your boy Kendall back with another video. Decided to switch it up. I do get a lot of questions about the load board, and I know when I came to Schneider, I didn't see very much on the load board. Honestly, nothing about the load board. So I figured I'll jump in and show you guys the load board over here, the basics. So from what you're seeing now, this is the app. Like, we have this thing set up on our phone as well, but this is just me doing it on my laptop, screen recording. So, but this is a breakdown of how the app. There is another way to book loads here on a different website. The main difference between the two is that one shows more loads per row versus this one. But this one is a lot easier for me to use. This one I've been using since I've been here. So let's jump into it. So select shipments right here. This one basically just shows whatever loads you've booked. I don't really want to show what load I have on here. So, but that's where you it'll show you like my active load and like my load that I'm waiting, like my basically my pre-plans. So in a nutshell, so that's where right here in the selected shipments, that's where that will be at. The shipment search, which I'll use in a second, this is what you click on to find out what load. This is how you find your loads basically. So shipment history shows all your past loads, all the loads you've completed. You can go back. Say for instance you need to find how much it paid or whatever the case may be. You could just go to shipment history and find that. Excuse me. And then settlement statements. This obviously shows all your payroll stuff and gives you a breakdown of all that. On operator referral, this is if I was to refer someone, like if you gave me your name and wanted me to basically use you as a referral or me as a referral, then I would go in, put your information in, and then Schneider will contact you. Anybody wants to use me as a referral, just let me know. I don't press for it. It's no big deal to me. I do this because I like to help people out. But if you want to, just hit me up. Nat and now, this is how you update your time, your like your pickup time and your delivery time windows. It's kind of like an ETA. It's more in depth on that, but I'll get into that one day, exactly the breakdown of this. If you work at Schneider, then you already know what this is. Qualcomm self-help. This is if you ever have an issue, which we don't have Qualcomms, we have tablets. But if you ever have an issue with your tablet, you would go here and they'll give you tips of stuff that you could use to not have to deal with sitting on the phone for hours dealing with IT. Shipment alerts. This is if anything happens after you book a load, that will come here. Insert shipment. This is a great tool, probably one of the best things about Schneider. So if your load is to cancel or anything of that nature, you can literally just go into the insert shipment and find another load, get the load number that you need, insert that number in, and then instead of having to cancel out the rest of your week, you can just insert the load, and now you don't have to cancel out your week. You can get that load to replace whatever load that you, say for instance, canceled or something happened with the load. So that's a very helpful tool. I've used it a couple times since I've been here. I like it a lot. Featured apps, that literally just shows like Flying J, I believe. Contacts will give you all the contacts, like breakdown, road assist, which is the same thing. Basically any of those contact people, your driver manager, all that stuff, all that's in there. Overnight services, same. If you need to get with somebody after hours, you will go there. You can fill out a form there and they will contact you, or you can just call yourself, either or. Submit photo. This is for your bills or anything you need to send to Schneider directly. Trailer emergency maintenance. If you ever have an issue with your trailer, tire blowout, anything, you can go in here and do this. The trailer emergency maintenance. Realistically, you could just call. It'd be a lot faster. The time I had to call the trailer people, they answer right away and send somebody out. Tire banks. This with the tire banks, this shows you like where you can get like discounted tires if you're an IC. So that's helpful if you ever need to buy tires. Drop lots, very helpful tool. With the drop lots, it shows you where every drop lot is currently. You can go by state and find out. Say for instance you're going to Florida and you want to see where there is drop lots. I know of two. I know the one in Jacksonville, and I know there's one in Orlando. If there's more, I'm not sure. I haven't been to them all. So like, if you ever want to look for a drop lot, that's a very helpful tool. Bid forms, if you're IC and you want to get on like a dedicated account, they'll place it on there. You can bid for it. I haven't seen anything that's worth it. Tax forms, it's just forms you need for taxes, obviously. So I'm gonna jump into the shipment search. So with the shipment search, basically I'll just go over I go over a few states, not a lot of states. Probably do like maybe 5 to 10 states, just showing basically what is coming out of those areas. Here's the search name. I mean, if you want to pick a search area, you can put it here. I don't know why I have this Perry thing. I put it a while ago, but I honestly don't remember why. Appointment status, you can go confirm or non-confirm. This shows you loads that haven't confirmed yet. So say for instance like next week Thursday, if I want to book a load that hasn't confirmed, I can still see it and put a star next to it, put it in my favorites, and once it confirms, I'll get a notification on it. So good, it's cool. I prefer to just look at confirm for the most part, but I do look at non-confirm, so I mainly leave it on both. And I'll just leave it on both now to show you exactly what I mean by confirmed and non-confirmed and how you can tell the difference. The city, the reason why it says Adairsville is because that's the last city for my delivery. So, but I'm going to take that out for now, and we'll just leave it the origin city. Since it's already on Georgia, I'll just show loads that are coming out of Georgia. And country, obviously USA. You can put Canada, obviously. And then this is normally if you put a city, so let's just say for instance Atlanta. Now you can put a radius, how many miles out. This goes up to 500, so you can look out to 500 miles. I typically put it at 200, 250 sometimes, depending on the area. Some areas are easier to get out of than others, so it all just varies. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna leave this empty and just show all of the loads coming out of Georgia as a whole. Start date today is the 12th, but we will look for the 13th, which is tomorrow, and I'll put it to, you can put it far out as you want to. I typically just go a couple days, so I'll just put the 16th, and we'll see what pops up. All right, as you can see, first thing first, you can sort it if you want to. You can go by origin, destination, loaded miles, loaded rate mile, and then the loaded total rate per mile, which is the one that you really want the highest rate per mile. And then, or you can go total revenue. I'm not gonna change anything, I'm just leave it how it is. As you see, coming out of Georgia as of tomorrow up into, I think I put the 16th, There's 146 loads coming out of Georgia. Obviously, this updates every single day. So it's 146 now. I can look at this load board tomorrow and it'll be 100. So, or it's the weekend also. Today is a Sunday. A lot more loads are loaded up during the week, obviously. So that number will change as well. So as you see, first thing first, like this shows 1 out of 5, so it shows 5 loads on this page. As you see, this green checkbox right here is what shows if the load is already confirmed. As you see down here, it's just the number with no green checkbox. If there's no checkbox by it, then it's not confirmed yet. You have to wait till it confirms. And what I meant by putting it in your favorites, if you want to put a load in your favorites, you click this star and it's in your favorites. So I'll go back and I'll show you guys the favorites folder so you can see what loads are in your favorites. And if it's not confirmed and you put a star next to it, then when it does confirm, they'll send you an email and they'll send a message to your tablet alerting you. I think you can set it up to where it alerts your phone. Not really, I don't remember, but I know it'll send you an email and it'll come to your tablet for sure. So, but this is Georgia. Just a little quick view. If you guys have any requests for like a certain state that you want to see, a certain area, just let me know. This is Atlanta to McDonough, Georgia, 31,000 pounds. It's paying $56 to go 24 miles, $2.32 a mile. That's probably for somebody that lives in Georgia, just want to run something short. I personally wouldn't, but if you want to, you see Dublin, Georgia, going over to South Plainfield, New Jersey, 1956, paying $2.28 a mile. Not a bad one, but as you see, it has not been confirmed. There's no green checkbox next to it, so that hasn't been confirmed yet. So you got Atlanta, Georgia to Dublin, 84 cents a mile. McDonough to Mississippi, $2 a mile. And then Atlanta to Kennesaw for $2 a mile. Those are like little short hops that you can do. See here, these are not confirmed. Kernersville, Georgia to Frankfort, New York, 26,000 pounds, $2.45 a mile, loaded miles. Obviously, the rate per mile would drop versus the loaded rate per mile. That's going to stay the same no matter what. But if you have to deadhead here, then obviously your rate per mile is going to drop. So this number will probably change unless you just so happen to be delivering to here and picking up from here, then it'll be the same. So keep that in mind when you're booking these loads. Got College Park to Rincon, East Dublin, it's paying $2 a mile, it's paying $9 a mile right here, but it picks up on a Monday. It's a live load. Get live loaded, you can drop it Tuesday. 5 miles, $51. I mean, if you want to stay home, it's definitely a good load for you to pick up. Atlanta to Ladson, South Carolina, it's $1.34 a mile. I personally wouldn't take it. 44,000 pounds. That's a no for me. And then you have Madison, Georgia, going to Kissimmee. Not a bad one. $2.62 a mile. Picks up Monday. Can deliver it Tuesday to Wednesday. See, a lot of these loads haven't confirmed. They will later in the week, but just give you guys a little quick glimpse. This is Georgia. Just scrolling. It's for time purposes. Go one more and then I'll switch to state. This is all loads coming out of Georgia. So it varies. You can, as you see, you can go back to search we'll go back and I'm gonna switch it to, I'll just go to Alabama since it's at the top. I'm gonna switch this to confirm to give you guys a better look at what's actually coming out. As you see, Alabama got 25 loads coming out of it right now. Decatur, going to Illinois, Alabama to Kentucky, to South Carolina to Georgia. The loads coming out of Alabama don't look like they're paying that great, honestly. Then some of them are $2 a mile. That's $2 a mile. That was $3 a mile. $1.64, $3 a mile. And then Alabama to Kentucky, Illinois, $2 a mile, $1.66, $2.32. It's paying $2,500. A lot of people jump on this just because of how much it's paying, but it's not bad. $2.32 a mile. Only thing that sucks is the weight, 44,000. But it's not too bad of a load. But this is the part you have to watch out for. It picks up on the 15th, but it doesn't deliver to the 28th. You might be able to get them to change that, but that's a hit or miss. So you want to keep an eye on that type of stuff when you booking loads. I would show you guys me booking my week, but I don't never really book my loads at the same time unless they make sense. But for the most part, I don't book my loads at the same time, just to keep my options open. I normally kind of wait till I'm close to my delivery, unless I'm in a certain area and I know I need to get out of that area, then I'll go ahead and book in advance. But if I know I'm going to like Georgia, where I know it's a good area, then I'll just wait because I know I can get something good. Alaska, gonna skip Alaska. I don't know if a lot of stuff come out of Arizona, possibly. Let's see. 26 loads coming out of AZ. I've never been to AZ with this company. As far as I've been here is Texas as of right now, especially with all the storms going on. Got one going from Phoenix, Arizona to Denver, 1,400. $1.80 a mile, $1.50, $1.34. As you see, these loads coming out of AZ is not where it's at. Really, none of them are hitting $2 a mile. Gotta keep those wheels turning though, man. Sometimes you have to take, I don't say go for the cheap freight, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get yourself out of an area. But AZ don't like it's a good area. That's not bad. 1,700, $2 a mile. But like I said, obviously that's gonna drop. So that's AZ. Nothing great personally. Let's go on to the next state. Arizona. Let's go to Arkansas. Go through a couple more real quick. Arkansas has 27 loads coming out of it right now that are confirmed. Mind you, these are all confirmed. If I was to put this on both, where it shows confirmed and non-confirmed, it'd be way more. But I'm gonna just show you guys the load that's actually confirmed for sure. $1.46, $2.32, $2.18, going from Nashville, Arkansas to Kentucky. Not too bad. If you click on a load, this is what happens. It'll show you where it picks up at, where it delivers, the type. I'll give you the details, the weight. It doesn't show you like, and then it'll show you the rate info, obviously. What it won't show you is the customer's name, so you won't know that until you actually book the load. I think that kind of sucks, honestly, because if you got a certain customer that you ain't really trying to deal with, you won't know until you book it. I mean, then you got to call them and get them to remove it from you. So that part sucks. It's $1,400 for that one. Arkansas don't look like a good area at all. This one's not bad. West Memphis, Arkansas to Minersville, PA. I think I actually did this load before. Yeah, I have done this load a while ago. right before Christmas, I took this load, and I wound up grabbing a Christmas tree load out of Massachusetts to take down to Jacksonville. So that wasn't a bad one. $16.89, $1.78 a mile. So Arkansas kind of look like it's a hit and miss. I mean, they do have some stuff that's over $2 a mile. It's $2.80 a mile. So definitely have some stuff that's over $2 a mile. Breeze through it. Arkansas is not too bad. Let's go back up. And gonna do one more state, and then I'll show y'all the favorites. We'll do California real quick. There's 61 loads coming out of California. $2.11, $2.48, $1.61, $1.30. I'll probably never go to the West Coast with Schneider, me personally, but if you're over there and you need to get out of there, not too bad. That's not a bad one. Oh, well, yeah, it is. $1.45. How many miles? Oh, that's why. Yeah, absolutely not. I wouldn't take that unless I was stuck over there. This one's not too bad. Let's go to Reno. Been to Reno a couple times. $2.75, $2.75, $1.48, $1.55, $2.99, $1.48. Which we all know how those rates is right now. Pretty horrible, but you can sit and bitch and complain about it, but at the end of the day, you're either gonna work or you ain't. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So I mean, you can stack these loads up and still gross $5-6 grand. I pretty much do it every week unless I have a bad start to the week like this last week that I just dealt with, but you can definitely find it. So alright, let me show you guys. That's it for what I'm gonna do on this video. Like I said, if you guys got certain states you want to see, just let me know. I'll drop another video like this showing more states, and I'll also show the other part of the load board for you guys to get a look at that as well. But if you were to put a load in your favorites, this is where it would go, which I have a few loads right now in my favorites that I'm trying to get to go back to Florida. I know a lot of people hate going to Florida, but I live in Florida, so it's a win-win for me. I'm going up to Georgia later this week, but if you do put a load in your favorites, this is where it will go. It honestly makes your life a lot easier because, say for instance, you want to put all your loads for that week in your favorites, and then you can just go back to your favorite folder. That's how I do it, and then just book them all back to back to back. But sometimes doing that, also putting it in your favorites and having to go back, it kind of messes up things. But I normally put it in my favorites folder just so I can get an idea of what I want to run, and I can go back and make sure all the times align and all of that stuff like that, and make sure that's how I want to run my week. Sometimes in that process, your loads will get taken. You gotta start all over, but for the most part, I've been here long enough now to where I pretty much know my areas and know where I'm going. So there's that. So like I said, I'm gonna end this video off. If you have any places you want to see, definitely drop it down in the comments, and I'll try to drop another video like this, maybe like once a week, to show you guys like an update of the load board. And I'll pick other states next time where I can show you loads going into that state, so you get an idea. But like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I did hit 500 subscribers. I want to thank each and every last one of you. I appreciate it. And like I said, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, my email is down below. You can hit me up on my Instagram. I respond back the quickest there. So follow me on there. I post things on there, obviously more because I'm not always vlogging. So if if you want to tap in with me, that's the best way to do it. Thank you guys. I'm out.